And just like that, she changed. Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. And I'm happy that you're here too. So today we're going to do a little belly band play. Y'all know all the rage is to have moving bits and parts on your belly bands. Well, you know, that's what we're going to do. So I've got this store-bought tag. I think it was gifted to me in Happy Mail long ago. It takes me a while sometimes to get around to using stuff, but I use it, I tell you what. We have a piece of scrapbook paper, and we're just, used our glue stick to glue it on there, and we're going to trim around it and do some stuff. And this is slightly sped up, not a lot. I mean, it's practically real speed if I didn't move at a snail's pace. Y'all, sometimes it takes me a minute to decide what I'm going to do. So we're going to use our Tim Holtz distresser, thanks to our secret internet admirer. And we're going to rough up them edges, rough them up, get them ruffled. And I need to make a belly band, and I thought, well, let's just use that same scrapbook paper. And it is, the paper weight, not a cardstock weight. But we're going to fold it over and make it more heavier, more sturdier. That's what we're going to do. So we're cutting it down to size. Why did I start with a tag? I don't know. It's just the way I rolled. So we're going to fold it into thirds, and I guess I cut it at 6, so we're just folding and folding and folding. And we're going to get some of our Elmers Extreme glue stick. We're going to pre-fold it because, sometimes it's nice to pre-fold. Scrap paper. It's got glue and all kinds of stuff on that scrap paper, I tell you what. I know I'm slightly off screen, y'all. I have screen issues sometimes, but you know that about me. My apologies. So we're smearing that on there. And you want to burnish down your glue stick stuff. And then before you actually use it, you want to check your edges and make sure all your little edges are down. Because sometimes they don't quite stick down. Okay? Sometimes. Not always. Just some. I said sometimes, y'all. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a nice belly band right there. We already got coordinating stuff, right? Got the same paper on the back of a tag. We're going to round. Well, this isn't a corner rounder. This is a corner lopper. It knocks them corners off, sort of like you do on a tag. Because I'm going to fold it over so we can glue it to the paper later on, to the journal page later on. And it just helps to ease that in there onto the page without them sticking out and looking all weird and necessarily getting stuck and caught on things and, causing drag when you slide things in and out of the belly band. Now, these belly bands with movable stuffs on them, they can be vertical or horizontal, whichever way you want to put your belly band, don't no matter. And I thought, well, because this is going to be sliding, we're going to put it on tie-back because that's nice and thin, okay, and it's very sturdy. It's floppy. Don't misunderstand. It's floppy. So, but you got to cut that stuff. You can't tear it, or, well, you can melt it, but don't do that. So sometimes I pause and I think for a few minutes, and I'm like, well, we're just going to glue it on the two edges, okay? Because this is what I was thinking. Just two sides, because it's a pocket without a bottom. It's a slot. That's what it is. And yes, I believe I used only Tim Holtz bits. There's a list of ingredients in the description below the video. Click on that famous phrase ... to see more. Okay? So we trimmed around our little slidey thing, And now I decided I need to trim my tag down because someone did not measure it against the journal page. And this is a journal that doesn't have a cover. You know, we've played in this for at least a year. I think it's just been one though, y'all. Just one. I do it when I feel like it, okay? See, it's going to slide on. And I'm like, well, that's going to be awful flippy floppy side to side, isn't it? I don't want that. I want it mostly centered. So I'm like, well, we'll just put, mark how much we want to put some glue in there. And then I was just going to slide my little glue tip in there and glue it. And then it just like kind of peeled up. And I'm like, well, okay, we can just peel it up and put more glue on there because that's fine too. It's pretty nice and sturdy now, y'all. It don't peel up. Not the now. All right, so we got that. Okay, and that's just another piece of paper I tri-folded over on itself because that's obviously what I wanted to do. And then I thought, hey, let's put some pockets on the back of the slidey thing, right? I put 2 pockets. One of them is really, really inconvenient. So I just left it a pocket, but there's nothing in it because it'd be real hard to get stuff in and out of it because that's the part that's going to be on the book crack gap side. We don't want to fight with book crack gap. But it's got a pocket anyway. And it's just some scrap paper, hanging out on my desk because, scrap paper hangs out on my desk. And it's cardstock weight. Did it matter? I don't know. But if I'd have thought about it beforehand, we'd have just put pockets on there and we wouldn't have put the tie back at all because, that was just, I don't know, an addition, I guess. Now it's an addition. The pockets are an addition. Or subtraction, depending on how you want to look at things, mathematically speaking, that is. And you see how I'm measuring. Very carefully, very accurately. And at some point or another, I will ink around stuff. And my apologies for my camera doing that in focus, anti-focus thing that it so lovingly does for whatever reason it does it. Okay. So, well, we could have had the pocket open towards the top. Whatever you want to do on yours, you can do. You just got to think about it for a minute. And you got to be okay if you mess it up. It's not really messing it up. You just got to do it different if it doesn't work right the first time. Or the way you expect. Or the way you want to. Okay. So there we go. Now we're gluing on our other little pocket. Trying to take away some of that little excess maybe glue. See? Didn't even need that tie back in the end, did I? But it's there, so it's okay. And we're just moving along. So I'm going to show it's a pocket. I'm going to show you. See? Pocket. Pocket. Oh, better put some clamps on there. Did I clamp it? I don't know if I put any Ellie Mays on there or not. Oh, there we go. Blurorama. Is our tags, our belly band still slide in there? Yes. See, look at that. It's nice and smooth. Just what we wanted. Now we've got one of them library pockets that I got from the Amazons, and we're going to just collage this her napkin on there because I want to do, because I needed something to put under the belly band. So we're just going to collage this little library pocket. Okay. So I got to get my fluid matte medium, because this is what I like to use for napkins, okay? You do napkins the way you want to do them, that works best for you, okay? This works best for me. I'm perfectly A-okay with some little wrinklage, right? And I thought, well, I better slide that in there a little bit, so, because that's the whole point, to kind of cover up some of that whiteness going on right there, which there's nothing wrong with having white, okay? White can be nice and bright and liven things up. So we're putting a coat of fluid matte medium on top. I'm going to get the heat gun, y'all, in a minute. I don't know if that part made it on the screen or not, but there was heat gun involved, y'all. Now that one's, the back part's pretty good dry. And we're just going to put this on the front part. Okay. Okay. It looks almost like a hanky. You remember library ladies carried hankies in their little pockets, and your mothers did too in their purses and stuff. Well, it could have been a hanky. I don't think they do that anymore, and you definitely wouldn't want to be sharing it. So I'm just going to fold over that edge, and I took the sticker release paper off the back because this is one of them sticker ones. You could probably get them without stickers on the Amazons. I don't know. It's just the ones that made it in my cart that I ended up getting. Okay. But we're going to cover up the sticker part. Don't you worry. Oh, it's going to be exciting, though, when we do. We're going to get a little excitement going on. So just, And the sticker doesn't go all the way edge to edge. So we need that little bit of glue. And I thought, well, we're going to put this on there. Will it fit? Will it fit? Oh, yeah, it fits now, doesn't it? Well, there we go. I was going to look for another piece to cover the whole thing, but no, it stuck, and it stuck. It's a good sticker, y'all. I'm just saying, because, stuff happens. So now we're going to trim around it because it didn't get on there straight. Y'all. Sometimes. And some days it really takes me a while to get going. I mean, I'm going, I'm moving, I'm doing stuff. It's just not quite working the way I expected or wanted it to necessarily. But after a little while, that mojo starts moving in and you just can't help but get going. All right? Okay, so we're just going to glue that on there. It's the back. It's not like you're going to be looking at the back all the time. Because, at some point this could come out from underneath the belly band and be glued to a page somewhere. Maybe not this book. Maybe another one. Maybe it'll stay in the belly band for... or not. And actually, my intentions were to go green because, it's March. It's the month of green. Okay? If you're Irishly inclined. Oh, let's use a Tim Holtz portrait. They're sort of like paper dolls, only big. Okay. Which means their surface is coated. I mean, it's kind of like sealed up. And I am using ohuhu markers, and they are watercolor markers, so it takes them a minute or 20 to dry. Just true. Okay, and that's a water brush, and I'm just using it from around and around. I'm gonna paint her lips, and she got just a light coating of facial makeup. Okay, not really. Wait till we get to her eyes. Oh yeah, wait till you see her eyes. Okay. So I tried different colors because I wanted her to have red hair. We're thinking Irish here. We still got Irish on the brain. Okay? A lot of red-headed people in Ireland. I know because I've been there. Just saying because I'm bragging. Anyway, I like the red hair, and y'all know that about me too. Gingers are so nice. Anyway, it didn't quite work out that way. So she's getting brown hair. But it kind of looks a little reddish, right? I bet in the sunlight it's red. Mm-hmm. Got her hair all twisted up, a little knot up there on top of her head. She's a naughty head. She's the librarian. Librarian. Maybe that's why the camera's so blurry. It gets confused by the terminology, librarian. And I got a piece of blue ephemera I'm going to be using, so I thought, well, we'll just make her dress blue. Oh, and I thought, let's make her eye blue. Can we make her eye blue? So I'm just tippy-tapping, dotting around her iris. That's the colored part of your eyeball. And I thought, oh, that's so pretty. I got to take a picture so y'all can see up close and personal. So hang on, you're going to get to see the picture. Look, can you see the one blue eye? And the other eye has not been painted yet. So, I know, slightly screened sideways. That's how it goes sometimes with me, y'all. Just saying, diddy dot, just barely tipping that brush part on the iris, y'all. Don't touch it. You gotta be careful because it takes it a while to dry. I know a lot of people use the watercolor crayons or whatever color crayons Timmy's got. I don't know. I don't have them. Not particularly interested in them anyway. So, because I'm very pleased with my method of coloring up paper dolls when I want to. I know you can put glaze on them, all kinds of stuff, y'all. And I'm just tapping my finger around because for me, I find that's the best to kind of blend out the little marker lines. See all the little marker lines? Okay, that's what we do. And I leave it set and let it dry-ish for a minute. Okay, I'm just going to wipe up my desk. I'm like, yeah, we'll just, letting that marker dry. And this part's sped up, y'all. My hands don't move anywhere near that fast. I'm just tapping my finger, tippy, tapping, and it leaves almost a fingerprint. You can't tell it's a fingerprint necessarily, but that's what it does. That's why I turn it. And now it at that time it was getting a texture. It looked like fabric texture. And I thought, well, I love that. So she's got like this ribbon or this whitish kind of stuff in her hair. Said it like that. Oh my gosh. Everybody says, bless your heart, APG. So I thought, well, we'll just make that blue. Like she got a ribbon woven through her little naughty bun. Hey, gun, y'all. Well, I didn't like her hairline so much. And I decided to put some eyebrows on her because, I can do that if I want to. If I didn't like them, I could wash them back off. One of them got a little long on the side there, so we just erased it with the water brush. Now I'm going to get it's a gray, and we just very teeny tiny dotted, like eyeliner, but it's not eyeliner, but it looks good, y'all. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the photo montage about that, though. Anyway, and at one point, I decided she needed diamonds on her ears, so we put her some diamond earring, but you don't see that part. And now we're just taking some glossy accent and put it on the ribbon so her ribbon will be shiny, and I put it on her eyeballs, just her eyeballs, okay? Now, let her rest and let her dry some more because she's not totally dry. Okay, and I wanted these roses on my little slidey tidbits, okay, but as you can see, it's too long, so we're going to fix it. We're going to make it fit because we want it there. So we're just trimming around that, and then I stick that on there, and it's like, well, that's still not quite enough. We still need some more, so I will trim the other side too. And this will be a part where you get to see me ink a little bit. We're going to use watering can archival color ink. For me, I find that the watering can is just enough to knock the white edge back, but not necessarily enough to overly darken the edges, like it would be outlined. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Use whatever color makes you happy if you even ink around stuff, okay? Okay. So, now we're going to start gluing this on there, and I got to decide which is top, which is bottom. I don't know. I don't want to cover up my word tidbits. Okay? Okay. Now, I only trimmed away a little bit of the green leaves, but you can't even tell. Okay? It looks pretty stinking good if I say so myself. Because, sometimes it surprises me how good some of my stuff comes out, in my opinion. In my mind, in my heart even. This is where I just trim off just that little bit. And I'm like, oh yeah. I kind of wanted to cover up the number, but I didn't. I thought I was. In my head I was, but I can see now that I plainly did not. And the flowers stick out just a teeny tiny bit past our little tidbits, but that's okay. Don't no matter. It's going to look good, y'all. You're going to be surprised. You'll be like, oh, wow. I didn't know you could cut stuff down and make it fit. That's right. Make that stuff fit where you want it to fit. If you want to, you don't have to, of course. You can find something that fits. Whatever makes you happy. Okay. That's our little slidey thing. Now we're going back to our lady because we left her over there dry. I had picked out some ephemera because y'all don't have that kind of time, okay? And we're just going to glue it on to her. She's the librarian, so she needs a ruler because she rules the library. And I'm going to tip off the little corners there, and in the end you can't even tell that there was corners there at all. Well, you sort of can. especially get up close and personal. I'm like, wait, where's my stuff? So, like I said, I already pre-laid this stuff out. I took a picture, so I'm using my picture for reference. That almost looks like a number on a mugshot. Oh, why did I just think of that? I don't know. Call collect. I remember what that one says, because I was looking for a phone number piece. I found a phone number piece, but it was too big, and I didn't like how it looked, so I didn't use it. And that one says drawer, and it's got a number on it. I don't know what the number is right now because I can't see it. Tiny editing screen, don't you know? And I cut that one off too short, and I'm like, oh man. But it will make it work. Don't you worry, we will make it work. And in the end, you kind of can't even see that ruler across the bottom. But sometimes that happens when you're using little bits of ephemera. So anyway, gluing our bits on there. I don't want them straight in a line. I want them kind of cattywampers here and there. And we got a little oval. And they're different things, y'all. I don't even know what all they say because it don't no matter. But I like the colors and they made me happy. I thought they went well with our scrapbook paper stuff. I'm like, yeah, we can use that. We'll just scrooge this stuff around over here. I'm like, oh yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. Perfect, I tell you, perfect. I guess I could have put a tiny floofle in that little tag. I just now thought about it. Then I had that other oval thing. I don't know where that came from. I think it might have been stuck to something because it wasn't in my prototype picture. My layout picture. No, just that teeny. It's got a date. I think it's got a date on it. I don't know. Don't no matter. Okay, now it's time to put the belly band on. I'm trying to decide which is up and which is down. As you know, I don't read music, so I kind of have issues with that. But if the words are going in the correct direction, then that must be up, right? And I think it had some little words on it. So we got our little fold over. Remember, we added a little fold over. You don't have to put a fold over. You can just glue it straight on down there at the end. And it's, you know, it's much flatter, okay? So whichever way makes you happy. Then we're going to put some Ellie Mae's on it because it needs some clampets. I like Ellie Mae. And besides, Jethro's last name is Bodine. He's not a clampet. He's a Bodine. Anyway, because Pa Clampett is Ellie Mae's Pa. Okay. Beverly Hillbillies lesson is over. Okay. Now our tag, our little slidey thing still kind of slides just a little bit, but it's okay. It's a little, and when I say slide, I mean a little wobble side to side, but it's fine. It's perfect. All right. Now we're going to glue the top. Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. My favorite, followed by Art Glitter Glue. All right, smoothing that out. 'Cause I don't want too much glue to smoosh out because it will smoosh out. A little bit. To fold that over, meet it up at the top of the page, trying to see if it's straight. Can't decide if it's straight. I think I end up pulling it off because it sticks to my fingers. I don't know. Oh, I thought, oh, that little edge is showing too much. Put some ink on it. That's just the watering can dauber dooley. So that's what we used, watering can. And the pages I'm working on, they are, I think they're cabbage dyed. I don't remember now, y'all. So they're kind of grayish already. And I could have put, paper on the back, but I liked it like this, so I didn't. And here's our Ellie Mae's. And this is a little tag that slips into that pocket. Okay, there'll be like a punchline on that, y'all. So you better get ready for it. It's at the end. I'm not going to tell you what it is. See, our tag fits in there. Here's our little library pocket with a real library card in it and that other weird little piece of paper I had. And there she is. She's all glued it on there because I glued her on there. I forgot to push record. And see, our little slider thing slides up. You can move it here or there. It can go totally behind our heads. I don't like how those letters look, so it's not going to stay behind her head, y'all. Look at that. Y'all, this was silly fun. It was just silly fun. Okay. Just wait for it. We'll slide that back up. Ta-da! Photo montage. Tidbits. Fun, slidey movie thing. Slidable, movable thing. Movable. I don't know about that word, though. Anyway. I like it. The library lady makes me happy. Oh, we added floofles when you weren't looking because we don't film that part sometimes. Look at her. It's pretty cool. Them diamond ears, shiny eyeballs, little blush going on. Yeah, it's a little fluffy, but that's okay. You know. That's true. Thanks for watching and happy arting, y'all.